This video that we are about to do right now is working on tips and tricks for proper techniques for frogs. A lot of times in our sport, we'll see a lot of people doing frogs and their back is very, very arched. They're still doing a frog, but it's probably not the safest thing that they could do. So I'm gonna have Kaylee show us one of those really fast. Good, so she did a frog, everything was fine, but her back was a little arched. And what we wanna do is kind of help you do a frog more like this. Good. So we want to make sure that that first frog transitions to that second frog. So we're going to give you a few tips. So if you're just starting off with something like this, like with beginner jumpers or just starting from scratch with everybody, one thing you want to do is get into a proper lunge position, which kind of gets you into a handstand to start off with. So if she gets to her lunge, her front leg's going to be nice and bent, back leg is straight, her arm's going to be up. Now with her arms up, we want to make sure that they're nice and straight and they're reaching towards the sky the entire time. As an instructor, what I can do is put my hands on top of hers. I can simply push down. Right here, this is showing me that she's nice and tight the entire time, because once she gets upside down, we want to make sure that she can actually hold herself. So from here, what we're going to do is get into a T. So what this T is going to look like, she's going to get back into her lunge. Her arms are going to go up, and she's simply going to lean forward and balance on her front leg. When she does that, her back leg comes up, she balances, and then she gets back into her T, just like normal. Our next progression we're going to get into is a teeter-totter. So once they've actually established the T position, we're going to get them onto their hands for a split second, and then give them back into their lunge. So Kaylee's going to start up here in her lunge, arms are going to be back up. When she gets into her T, she's simply going to keep leaning forward, push off of her front leg, keep her legs split, and then come right back down. So she gets into her T, she comes up, she comes back down, right back into her lunge, just like so. So that kind of gets them used to getting onto their hands, kind of understanding what that position feels like, and come back down to the lunge and stay tight the entire time. Our next progression is getting you actually into the handstand position fully. Now, what's going to end up happening with this one is you're going to start with the lunge, you're going to go to your T, you're going to kick up like your teeter-totter, but once you get up there, instead of just stopping with your legs apart, you're simply going to tap those feet together for a split second, come back down, right back into your lunge. So Kaylee's going to start in her lunge, she's going to go through her T, she'll kick up, she's going to tap at the top, come right back down, into her lunge. So this is something that you can progress to as you start establishing more of a natural handstand position. We can try to hold it for as long as you can after that, but right now we simply want to tap, bring it down, and make sure they feel comfortable getting fully into that handstand for our next progression. Our last thing that you want to do once you've established the handstand, you can hold it, is actually snapping down like a frog like we would normally do in jump rope anyways. So what you normally want to do once you get up there, establish that handstand position. For right now, slightly bend those legs, snap down, try to keep a nice tight core, and push through the shoulders the entire time. So Kaylee's going to show that. She'll start her lunge, she'll kick all the way up, and then she'll snap down, just like so. Now, one thing we want to try to work into, if you want to make this a little bit harder, a little bit more challenging for your students, is that once they get into that handstand, instead of snapping down and actually bending their legs, what they can do is snap down with straight legs. Now, what this is actually going to work on is making them push through their shoulders a lot more, because they won't have all the momentum from their legs to get that kickstart. All right, so once they're up there, have straight legs, snap down, and see if they can maintain their body position the entire time. Snap down, straight legs, all the way up. So these are just small tips that you can use for your practices, for your kids, because we know that as our sport keeps progressing, we want to make sure that our form and our tricks look great. So we want to make sure that when they're in their handstands, they're not injuring their back, they don't look bad while they're doing it. It's a nice, controlled, and strong frog.